So in the most recent video lessons, we have talked about linking ideas together in structures. For today's activity, we'll try to go the entirely opposite direction, all the way back to that first video lesson we had, where we thought of language as a tool of the mind, and yet through playing directly with that tool, exploring language itself, perhaps broadening the mind with new insight. So just as in the first activity, today we'll write down 4 adjectives, 4 adverbs, 4 verbs, and 4 nouns on pieces of paper. We'll put those in a container, and I will pick one. And what we will try to do is think of words that cannot possibly be linked with that word. We can't even imagine how those words would fit together. They are almost paradoxical. We want to try to push against the limits of our reason, our imagination, our mind itself. So let's say, for example, that we drew the word blue. An associated word would be sky. So that's terrible for today, because all of us immediately associate the sky with the word blue in our minds. That link is very easy for us to make. We are trying to think of a word that no one could even find in their imagination a way to fit that word with blue. Like, what if we tried red? Red is the opposite word of blue, so maybe that's okay. But it's not. Anybody, really, if you like Superman, if you can see the tiny Superman here, it would be quite natural in English to say, I saw the blue-red flicker of Superman shooting across the sky. Right? His red cape is flickering over his blue outfit. The blue-red flicker of Superman went across the clouds. So in fact, even though these words are opposite adjectives, it's very easy to put them together. So we might try something that's in a different domain of adjective, like hot, because red is usually hot, so maybe blue hot, but you probably realize that doesn't work. We've all seen blue flames of fire, so blue hot fails. We're actually struggling now to find some word that has no relationship or association with blue. Let's try an adverb, like frighteningly, something that scares me. In this case, the word has to go on that side, frighteningly blue, and that for me is immediate. As a person who loves the ocean, loves to swim, I could imagine pulling my friend, my girlfriend, my father, my brother, my sister, pulling someone out of the cold water, and their lips, their skin is frighteningly blue. It scares me how cold they are. So this word has failed. We might try to think of a frog, since frogs are usually green, but actually there are blue frogs near Brazil. There are no blue crocodiles, so maybe that's good. But still, I can imagine it pretty easily. So is there anything even farther away in association? Maybe an entirely different kind of word, like the, just the article, blue the. Well, the blue is easy, the blue sky, but blue the. Actually, poets in poetry might write like that. And blue the sky stood looming. So that's actually probably worse than crocodile. The best I can do is a blue radio wave. That makes no sense to me because radio waves actually are farther down from infrared. There's almost no justification to a blue radio wave. And yet, linguistically or experientially, I have listened to blues music on the radio. So maybe there is more of an association than I realize. What can you think of for the words we pick?